What do you think?
Close.
The familiar music, the familiar face are back for one more movie round.
If two athletes from different eras could actually compete against one another, who would come out on top?
30 years after he first hit the big screen, Sylvester Stallone is back as Rocky Balboa.
Computer says Rocky Balboa would be triumphant.
It was actually based on a situation between Rocky Marciano and Ali, done in 1970, a computer fight where Marciano won. I thought, what if I duplicate that? And that sparked something.
I think there's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
In here. I think I want to, like, fight. You know, nothing big, small stuff, like locally.
What are you trying to prove, Pop?
I thought you might want to get involved.
Don't you think you're too, you know, old?
Right, left, hook, right?
Yep.
Hook.
Don't bring yourself in. Yeah, eyes on the eye.
That's all.
That seems to be a question for everyone who remembers the classic moments of the first Rocky. Is Stallone too old?
That's it. All right, action. Come on, boy, those are blowing smoke on.
After all, Stallone was 59 when he decided to step back into the ring as a writer, director, and most importantly, as a boxer.
Yeah, we gotta forget this punch in the face. It's getting old.
Talk about an underdog. Stallone is the first to admit this film was actually more difficult to get made than the original, when Stallone was a no-name.
The two-time heavyweight champion of the world, the Italian stallion, Rocky Balboa.
Because the first one, there was a kind of like an acceptance of, well, there's a gambling aspect to some of the studio heads. They would take a chance. Say, okay, yeah, I'm not sure, you know, we'll do Easy Rider, we'll do off-the-wall kind of films. We'll take a chance.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but it feels good.
Today, you know, it's about dollars, and a lot of this is controlled by whether a film goes by the advertising department. Can they sell this film? Well, they definitely got to sell it. They're not going to sell a 59-year-old fighter. And the last Rocky V was a failed venture. So I said, what are we building on here? I said, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just got a feeling there's a lot of people out there that sort of feel the way I do, or the way the character will. That life, the last 30 of your life, is how do you approach it, and how do you deal with the grief of losing some of the joys, the most fondest moments. You'll never see them again. Imagine just taking the thing that you love the most and it dies. It just rips your heart out. So either you spiral down or you start to rebuild. I said, that's a journey that a lot of people have to take.
Okay.
Rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're Sly.
Action.
So Stallone decided to once again call the shots and take the shots.
Yeah, but I ain't interested in getting, like, mangled and embarrassed.
People are gonna think you're going crazy.
What's crazy about standing toe-to-toe saying, I am?
As he says, I got to replace the old pain with new pain, you know?
If this is something that you gotta do, then you do it. Fighters fight.
To beat this guy, you need speed. You don't have it. You've got calcium deposits on most of your joints, so sparring is out.
I had that problem.
So what we'll be calling on is blunt force trauma. Heavy-duty punches that will rattle his ancestors.
The fight was very tough because you're using a real fighter who's not prone to pulling punches. You know, it goes against their nature. For 25 years, they connect.
Let's start building some hurting bombs.
Rocky, the press has labeled you a Balboasaurus. How do you feel about that?
Larry, why is this billed as an exhibition?
So they wouldn't have to call it an execution.
This is Stallone on the last day of shooting. It was obvious then as it is now. Truly, finally hanging up the gloves is both happy and very sad.
And the weather, of course, is treating us really well. Actually, you might think it's a bad stroke of bad luck. It's a godsend.
It was both. Actually, this picture of my hand on the steps during the snow, that was, as it worked out, believe it or not, the last shot in the movie. Usually you end up in like some bar or some nondescript location. And I looked down and I said, this is it. I mean, this is everything I've ever got in the world is because of this character. and it's over. So I started going into a very dark place. I said, "Oh, stop, stop, stop." It's like, no, at least you got it done, and here you are on the steps, and snow is falling. It's glorious, but so it was hard. It is hard, and people say, "Oh, come on," but it is.
On an emotional level, it hasn't sunk in yet. This is like the last time I'll ever be wearing these clothes. Last time the Rocky hat. Last time on the steps.
You know, it's fitting that it would end right here in the snow on the steps. Sun is going down. I said it couldn't be better.
It takes guts climbing back in that ring, knowing you're gonna take a beating.
It doesn't over till it's over.
Where's that from? The 80s?
That's probably the 70s.
And the final bell is rung. A fine final chapter to an American cinematic underdog story you would now call a Rocky story.
Can you do it?